we've had a week of practice, a lot of time to think about things. Mentally, physically, how are you approaching this playoff series?
With a lot of focus. We can't wait to start it off tomorrow. So, yeah, we've been putting in a lot of work, studying those guys. And, yeah, I feel like we're well prepared.
There's been a lot of talk about the turnaround from early December. What would you say are a couple of reasons for that? The turnaround since early December as a team. How would you people that weren't watching, how did you do it?
Focus. I think it was like a week that we had off or something for the in-season tournament, I think it was, something like that, or All-Star. And we had a couple practices that got us back on track. And ever since then, we just been locked in. We knew where we wanted to go, get to the playoffs, and what it took to get there. So just put in the extra work and got to where we are.
What's been the biggest difference in how you prepared for the Bucks this time around versus last year for the first round?
They got a couple new players, but we know who their head guys are. But we just got to be us, go in there and just be dogs and come out with a win.
What's the key to stopping Giannis or slowing him down?
Just showing him a crowd, just making every shot tough for him. So.
Obi, you played center a lot in this series last year. How do you anticipate the front court rotation being similar or different, especially with Giannis involved?
I mean, we're ready for anything. Small ball, big ball, like we ready to play whatever we need to do to get the win. We all have a lot of trust in Coach and the decisions that he makes, and we trust that he's always going to make the right decision. So, yeah, we just got to wait and see.
Last year, a lot of your teammates were playing the playoffs for the first time, obviously more experience this year. Do you feel any differences in mentality or approach this week?
Nah, I feel like everybody's just really ready to get out there and play. Like I said, we've been studying these guys for like a week now, and I feel like we're well prepared. So.
The message all week has been defend home court. How was that extra emphasized today and going into tomorrow?
I mean, we always want to win at home, but especially in the playoffs, we want to use the best fans in the world to our advantage. Go out there, hear them going crazy in the stands, and just play with their energy, play through their energy. They help us a lot every single game, but yeah, we try to win every home court.
Earlier this week, Ty talked about how last year was playing with house money, and this year there are expectations. How do you kind of manage those expectations as a group?
I mean, I approach everything the same, so I don't know. Like we ready to play. We prepared. Like I said, we've been studying these guys, and I feel like everybody's ready to get out there.
How much momentum does this team have right now?
What team? Our team?
Yeah.
A lot of. I mean, we feel good. We young. We put a lot of work in every single day. I feel like we're ready. We're ready to get out there.
Hairdo sticking for the whole playoffs?
What's up?
Hairdo sticking for the whole playoffs?
Sure.
What went into this for today?
Taking it out right now. Halfway through.
How do you feel differently going into the playoffs this year compared to last year when it was your first one?
How do I feel different? I don't know. Besides the hoops, still, I think it'll be the same matchup as last year. Different is home court advantage this year, so excited to play in front of our fans to start it off. Don't feel real too different. I'm excited about the playoffs.
How much of home court will be a true advantage for you guys in game 1 and 2?
I think every game we played in the playoffs last year at home was a huge advantage. Just going on those runs, having the crowd behind you when you're down, kind of give you the energy you needed. So it'd be nice to start it over.
People talk about the team's defensive improvement. They mentioned you a lot of times. You finished the season as a team 14th in defensive rating. Do you take some pride in that improvement over the course of the year, maybe compared to last season?
No doubt. That's where I made my stamp in the league, and I think the whole team did a great job of just taking pride in that side of the floor, making it competitive, and trying to make those small adjustments and small gains on that side.
What's the key defensively against Milwaukee?
I think the key for us is to get some legs, bring fresh defenders on, wear them down, and then just fly around on that side of the floor, make it our pace type of game.
Have you seen his assist numbers are up a lot lately? Obviously, Dame was out some of that time, but is he a more willing passer right now than maybe he had been? And what do you attribute those numbers to?
Probably with Dame being out, higher usage. Can't score every time. You know, guys doubling them a lot of coverage. Again, you got to pass out. God has the ball a lot.
When it comes to defense,
I'd say my ability to read guys' tendencies as well as anticipate the plays.
How much momentum does this Pacers team have coming into the series?
I think we have a solid bit of momentum. We didn't play the strongest schedule down the stretch, but we got wins. And I think we're in a good spot right now. We're healthy. That's probably one of the biggest things.
How important do you feel like Miles' skills are to the function of how important do you feel like Miles' specific skills are to the function of the starting five, especially in a postseason setting?
I think he's spacing the floor a lot for us to drive the ball. So I think it's pretty key. I think it allows me, P, Tyrese to make plays and have the space that we need to make those plays.
This week the practice has been great for us. I think we have a great mindset, great attention to detail going out so far with all the practices that we had, and I feel like guys are ready, juiced up and ready to go for second.
We talked in Denver a couple weeks ago, but you're getting ready to start a playoff run. You were part of a team that had a championship level run. What is the key to putting a sustained run together?
The key is the togetherness. You know, I feel we have a really well together team right here that just vibes together. And the thing is, we can be honest with each other. We can talk to each other, whether it's mistakes, doing great things out there. We all just want to get better day in and day out. And I think that's a really great attribute that I have at Denver team that we have here.
What's been the vibe of this team this week heading into the first round?
Oh, the vibes have been high. You know, they've been very positive and very direct. You know, there's a lot more serious. You know, attention to detail going into the practices and just talking amongst ourselves and everybody else around here.
Obviously, it's home court for Pacers fans, but also for IU fans. So you're gonna feel that this week, I think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like we're gonna feel a really big game at Fieldhouse tomorrow with the Indiana Pacers fans out there ready to vibe for us. And you know, we need that energy out there. We love our crowd. We want to get our crowd into it, and you know, hopefully take care of business at home.
Does this feel kind of extra special for you, given that IU connection?
Oh yeah, it's always special. It's always special. First off, just to play this game of basketball we do, and be able to play in the playoffs. First off, that's a blessing in itself right there, and I thank God every day for that. And just being here to Indiana Pacers fans and having that attachment to IU, it means a lot. You know, just having that love and support from the Indiana Pacers fans and IU fans.
TV, one of the things Rick said throughout the week is that there's a different mindset that has to come when you're starting a playoff at home. You don't have, you know, as much as it's good to have home court, you can lose it very quickly.
Absolutely.
What is that mindset? Obviously, in Denver, have a sense of what that means. What that is.
Well, that mindset is you have to go in and attack this, man. There's no kind of getting into it or lackadaisical. Almost like it's a preparation that we put in day in and day out. We have to go out there and execute it to the best of our abilities from start to finish. You know, the playoffs is a blessing to play in the playoffs. You know, in order to try and win a championship for your team right there. So it's the attributes of trying to win a championship right there. That's the things that motivate you right there to just try and stay on point with everything that we do.
How much is going up against a guy like Giannis? I would say that's not necessarily your personal assignment, but it's everybody's assignment.
Yes.
What does that require just differently? Like how do you guys have to have a different type of mindset when it's somebody with that kind of gravity and force?
Yeah, we have to, like I said, attention to detail and pay attention to when he's out there and just try and make it difficult for him. He's a very talented player, playing for the Milwaukee Bucks, man. They have a great talented team all around him as well. So we have to, you know, keep our antennas up and make sure we're aware of where Giannis is and just try and make it as difficult as possible day in and day out on their floor.
Did your run with Denver change how you approach the playoffs at all?
Excuse me, one more time.
Did your run with Denver change how you approach the playoffs at all?
No, absolutely not. I always come in with a great mindset, ready to work, whether it's, you know, supporting my teammates, being in the second unit or first unit, or helping the guys prep for the teams, man. There's no certain kind of way I always approach this. I always approach this with a business mindset, and that's to get a win.